Why does light have a speed limit? Think about that. Light, the fastest thing in the universe, and it has a limit, a ceiling it cannot break. Most people think it's because light is just fast, really fast, and that's as fast as things can go. That belief is not a little wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. Here's the truth. The speed of light isn't a speed limit. It's a reality limit. And here's your wow fact for today. Ready? Light doesn't experience time at all. For a photon leaving a star, the journey to your eye, even across billions of light years, takes exactly 0 seconds. 0. Not almost 0. Not really fast. 0. The photon's birth and its death are the same moment. Now think about what that means. If something can exist outside of time entirely, what does that say about time itself? You felt time your whole life. Seconds ticking, years passing, aging. But light says time is optional. And when you understand why, your entire picture of reality, past, present, future, collapses into something you won't expect. Something frozen, something eternal, something already complete. Let me show you. Do something for me right now. Grab your phone. Turn on the flashlight, point it at a wall. Done? Good. Now look at that circle of light. It appeared instantly. The moment you flipped the switch, photons crossed the room and hit that wall. No delay. No travel time you could feel. Instant. Right? Wrong. That light took time. Not much. About 10 nanoseconds to cross a typical room. But it took time. Here's the part nobody tells you. In that tiny fraction of a moment, something terrifying happened. Those photons didn't experience a single nanosecond of that journey. For them, they left your phone and hit the wall in the same instant. Not almost the same. Exactly the same. You saw delay. The light saw none. Hold that thought. Because this isn't just weird trivia. This is the first crack in your reality. See, you've lived your whole life thinking time is constant. A second is a second, a minute is a minute. For you, for me, for that photon. That belief is comfortable. It's also completely false. People say time flows like a river, but that's just a label. A story we tell ourselves because our brains evolved to hunt animals on a savanna, not to understand the actual architecture of existence. Time doesn't flow, time doesn't move, and that flashlight in your hand just proved it. Because if light experiences 0 time during its journey, and you experience 10 nanoseconds during the same journey, then time isn't universal, time is personal. Your phone flashlight, a child's toy, a basic tool, and it contains evidence that would have shattered Newton's entire worldview. The light hit your wall, but what really happened? Something moved through space without moving through time. That's not normal. That's not intuitive. That's a clue. And that clue leads somewhere dark, somewhere frozen, somewhere your future already exists. Now watch what this implies. Let's get something straight. You've been lied to about speed your whole life. Not intentionally. Just incompletely. You learned speed equals distance divided by time. Simple. Clean. A car goes 60 miles in 1 hour. Speed, 60 miles per hour. But that formula hides something. Something the universe doesn't want you to notice. Here's the thing. You're always moving at the speed of light. Always. Right now. Sitting there. Reading this. You're hurtling through the fabric of existence at exactly 299,792,458 meters per second. Wait, you don't feel like you're moving that fast. You feel still. Exactly, because that speed isn't just through space. It's through space-time. Space and time combined, fused, welded together into one thing. Think of it like a budget. The universe gives you a fixed amount of motion. A constant. Unchangeable. Non-negotiable. You can spend that budget on moving through space, or you can spend it on moving through time. But you cannot exceed the budget. Ever. The universe keeps strict books. Now here's where it clicks. When you sit still in space, you're not spending any budget on spatial movement. So where does all that motion go? Time. You're rocketing through time at maximum speed. That's why time feels like it flows. That's why you age. That's why seconds tick. You're moving through time as fast as possible. But light does the opposite. Light spends its entire budget on space. Every single unit, all of it, dumped into spatial movement. Nothing left for time. 0. And that's not a choice light makes. That's not preference. That's accounting. This is why light has a speed limit. It's not that light is fast. It's that light uses all available motion on space, leaving none for time. You can't go faster than light because there's no more budget to spend. The account is empty. Reality doesn't issue refunds. Do this right now. Look at your hand. That hand is aging. Cells dying. Time passing. Now look at the light hitting your hand from your screen. That light, ageless, timeless, frozen in a single eternal moment from its own perspective. Same room, same instant, completely different experiences of time. You're spending budget on time. Light spent it all on space. Two different strategies, same fixed budget. And here's where it gets even stranger. If motion through time and motion through space are connected like this, then speeding up in space must slow you down in time. That's not philosophy, that's not metaphor, that's measurable, provable, engineered into your phone right now. Einstein figured this out over a century ago, and what he discovered still haunts physics. A patent clerk in Switzerland is about to destroy our understanding of time. His name is Albert Einstein, 26 years old, no PhD, no university position, just a guy reviewing patent applications during the day and thinking about light at night. Here's what haunted him. Imagine you're on a train, moving fast, really fast, and you shine a flashlight forward. You see that light leave at normal speed. But someone standing on the platform, they should see that light moving faster. Your speed plus light speed. Simple addition. Right? Wrong. When scientists measured this, they found something disturbing. Light moved at the same speed. For you on the train. For the person on the platform. For everyone. Everywhere. Always. Same speed. No matter how fast you're going. That sounds impossible. That breaks basic math. If you're moving and you throw something forward, it should add up. But light doesn't negotiate. Light doesn't care about your velocity. Light says, I move at this speed. Deal with it. Einstein didn't look away from this problem. He stared at it for years. And then he saw the answer. The answer nobody wanted. If light speed is constant, then time cannot be. Read that again. If light speed is constant, then time cannot be. For that equation to work, for that measurement to stay the same in every reference frame, something has to bend. And it's time. Time stretches, time compresses, time runs differently, depending on how fast you're moving through space. Not as a metaphor, literally. Your clock and my clock tick at different rates if we're moving at different speeds. This changes everything. Because here's what Einstein realized next. If you could somehow move at the speed of light, your clock would stop completely. Zero time, no past, no future, no duration, just one eternal frozen instant. For a photon, the Big Bang and the heat death of the universe happen simultaneously. Same moment. Think about what just happened. A patent clerk found proof that time isn't universal, that your experience of time is yours alone, that moving faster through space literally steals time from your life. And he found this by thinking about light. Just light. The stuff bouncing around your room right now. But Einstein uncovered something else. Something he didn't fully accept. Something even more terrifying. If time is relative, then when is now? Let's run an experiment. In your mind. No equipment needed. No math. Just imagination. Picture yourself floating in space. Total darkness. Silent. Peaceful. Now a beam of light shoots past you. A perfect golden streak. You think, I want to catch that light. So you accelerate. Faster. Faster. You're moving at half the speed of light now. You look at the beam. Still moving away at exactly the same speed. Wait. That can't be right. You push harder. 90% of light speed, your engine's screaming. The universe blurring around you. You check the beam. Same speed. Still pulling away at 299,792,458 meters per second. Exactly the same. How? Here's the part nobody tells you. The universe is cheating. As you accelerated, your time slowed down. Your measurements of distance changed. Your ruler literally shrank in your direction of motion. The universe adjusted reality itself to keep that light beam constant. Not light bending to physics. Physics bending to light. This is where your intuition fails. Light isn't fast because it has some magical engine. Light isn't obeying a speed limit. Light is the speed limit. Everything else adjusts around it. The constant is enforced. Do this right now. Reach your hand toward your screen. Watch the light from your display hit your fingers. That light left your screen, hit your hand. You saw it instantly. But if you tried to race that light, if you chased it in a spaceship, if you accelerated to unimaginable velocities, that same light would still outrun you by the exact same margin. Always, forever. You cannot catch a photon. You cannot match its speed. You cannot even close the gap. The universe will break time, bend space, warp your measurements, distort your reality, all to keep light constant. Why? Because light isn't traveling through space-time. Light is the thing that defines space-time. It's not a passenger, it's the road. And roads don't chase themselves. But maybe this still feels theoretical, abstract. Let me show you something concrete. Something in your pocket right now. Your phone knows where you are. Within a few feet. Anywhere on Earth. You open a map. Blue dot. That's you. Simple. But that simple blue dot depends on the speed of light being absolute. And on Einstein being right about time. Here's how GPS actually works. 24 satellites orbit Earth. Each one carries an atomic clock. Insanely precise. Accurate to billionths of a second. Your phone receives signals from 4 of these satellites simultaneously. It measures tiny differences in arrival time, and from those differences it calculates your position. Simple triangulation. Except, there's a problem. Those satellites are moving at about 14,000 kilometers per hour, and they're far from Earth's gravity. Both of these things affect time. Remember the budget. Moving through space steals from your time budget. Those satellites are moving fast. Their clocks tick slower than yours. But wait, they're also higher up. Less gravity. And gravity also affects time. Less gravity means clocks tick faster. 2 effects. Opposite directions. The gravitational effect wins. Net result, satellite clocks run faster than ground clocks. By about 38 microseconds per day. Sounds tiny, it's not. Light travels about 11 kilometers in 38 microseconds. Without Einstein's corrections, your GPS position would drift 11 kilometers every single day. Your blue dot wouldn't show your street, it would show the wrong city. The universe keeps strict books. Engineers had to program relativistic corrections into every GPS satellite. Your phone doesn't just use Einstein's theory. Your phone proves Einstein's theory. Every second, every map refresh, every turn-by-turn direction. Relativity isn't abstract physics, it's infrastructure. Think about what just happened. A patent clerk's thought experiments about chasing light beams became the operating system for global navigation. Because light speed is constant. Because time bends to keep it that way. Because the universe enforces this rule so strictly that engineers must account for it or everything breaks. This isn't theory, this is your Tuesday. But let's go bigger, much bigger. Let's look at light from the beginning of everything. Look up tonight. If the sky is clear, you'll see stars. Some of those stars died before humans existed. But their light is just arriving now, traveling for millions of years, crossing incomprehensible distances, finally landing on your retina. That photon's journey took millions of years. For you. But for the photon? 0. Literally 0 seconds. Hold that thought. Let's go further back. To the very beginning. 13.8 billion years ago. The Big Bang. In that first moment, the universe was pure light, pure energy. No atoms yet. No stars. No planets. Just photons screaming through newborn space-time. Some of those photons are still traveling. We call it the cosmic microwave background. The oldest light in existence. The echo of creation itself. Scientists detect it with specialized telescopes. It's everywhere. Filling the entire universe. Ancient light still arriving. That light has been traveling for 13.8 billion years from our perspective. From the photon's perspective. It just left right now. This instant. For that primordial photon, the Big Bang and this moment are the same moment. The birth of the universe and you watching this video. Simultaneous. The universe doesn't negotiate timelines with light. Now here's where it gets even stranger. Those photons will continue traveling for billions more years until they hit something, a planet, a dust grain, an eye. And when they finally stop, their journey will still have taken 0 time. From start to finish, creation to absorption. One frozen instant stretched across the entire lifespan of the cosmos. Do this right now. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, open. In those 3 seconds, light traveled about 900,000 kilometers. You experienced 3 seconds. That light experienced nothing. No duration, no waiting, no journey. Just existence at point A and then existence at point B. The same moment. This is what the speed of light really means. It's not about being fast, it's about being outside of time entirely. Light doesn't travel through time, light skips time. And if light can skip time, what does that tell us about time itself? Is time even real? Or is it something we invented to cope with a universe we cannot truly see? Here's where your reality breaks. Not bends, breaks. You ready? Einstein didn't just discover that time is relative. He discovered something far worse. Something he spent the rest of his life struggling to accept. If time moves differently for different observers, then there is no universal now. Your now is different from someone else's now. Not philosophically, physically, someone moving fast enough relative to you would experience your future as their present, and your present as their past. Both perspectives equally valid. Both perspectives equally real. So which moment actually exists? Here's the answer that breaks everything. All of them. All moments exist. Right now, simultaneously, frozen in a four-dimensional block. Past, present, future. All equally real. All always there. This isn't speculation. This is what Einstein's equations demand. Physicists call it the block universe. Brutal. Imagine the universe not as a movie playing frame by frame, but as a sculpture, a frozen sculpture where every frame already exists. You're not watching the movie. You're a slice of the sculpture. Your birth is in there, frozen, real, still happening. Your death is in there, frozen, real, already complete. This moment, also frozen. You're reading these words, fixed in the block forever. People say time flows like a river, but that's just a label. Rivers move. Rivers change. The block doesn't move. The block just is. You feel like you're moving through time because your consciousness experiences one slice at a time. But the other slices don't disappear. They're still there. Always there. Your 5th birthday. Still happening. Your last breath. Already happening. Simultaneous. The speed of light proves this. Because if light experiences all moments as one moment, then all moments must exist for light to experience. Light doesn't travel from past to future. Light sees the whole block at once, the entire sculpture, every moment, every event, one eternal frozen instant. Think about what just happened. A question about why light has a speed limit led us here, to the death of time, to a universe where nothing truly begins or ends, where your future already exists, where you've already done everything you'll ever do. Quiet, that's the block universe. That's what the speed of light reveals. Not physics, fate. So far, we've learned something terrifying. Light doesn't have a speed limit because it's fast. Light has a speed limit because the universe has a reality limit. You're always moving at the speed of light through space-time, but you spend your motion budget on time. Light spends it all on space. That's the mechanism. Einstein proved that time bends to keep light constant. Your GPS proves it every second. Ancient photons from the Big Bang prove it across billions of years. And all of this leads to one conclusion. Time isn't flowing. Time isn't moving. Every moment exists simultaneously in a frozen four-dimensional block. Your past, your present, your future, all real, all now, all permanent. So far we've learned that the speed of light isn't about light at all. It's the universe confessing how reality actually works. But here's what we haven't addressed. If the block universe is real, if your future already exists, then what about choice? What about free will? What about the feeling that you're deciding your next moment? Is that real? Or is that the final illusion? Here's where I leave you with a question. Not an answer. A question. If every moment already exists in the block, then the feeling you have right now, this sense of making choices, of deciding what comes next, what is that? Some physicists say it's an illusion. Consciousness moving through pre-existing slices, like a needle on a record. The music already pressed into vinyl. Others say the block might be incomplete. That quantum mechanics injects genuine randomness, genuine openness. Nobody knows for certain. Beautiful. But here's what we do know. Light revealed this. A simple beam from your phone flashlight contains the secret architecture of existence. Time isn't what you feel. Reality isn't what you see. And the speed of light isn't a speed at all. It's a confession. The universe whispering everything is already here. Your ancestors. Your descendants. Every moment of joy. Every moment of grief. Frozen. Eternal. Complete. You asked why light has a speed limit. The answer broke something, didn't it? Good. Now carry that broken piece with you. Look at light differently tomorrow. Because tomorrow already exists. And somewhere in that frozen block, you're already watching this video again, wondering if you ever had a choice.